In this lesson, we'll review the Toolpaths Manager, as well as the machine and Toolpath groups that get created when selecting a machine. The Toolpaths Manager will list the current machine groups that are in the Mastercam file. This group contains all of the information for a specific machine. For example, all of the operations to be performed on a 3-axis mill could be in one machine group, and all the 5-axis operations could be in a separate machine group. Machine groups are a good way to organize everything that happens on a specific machine. If we expand the properties and then click on Files, this will open up the Machine Group Properties window. The 3 tabs along the top correspond to the 3 options under Properties in the Toolpath Manager. We see Files, Tool Settings, and Stock Setup, all listed here. In the Files tab, the group name is set to the default Machine Group 1. Comments can be added here if necessary. The Machine Toolpath Copy contains information about the machine, including the machine definition, the control file, and the post. Also listed here is your default tool library, as well as your operation library and operation defaults. We're not going to go into these sections in great detail. However, it's important to know where these settings can be accessed. And finally, at the bottom you have various options to adjust some of the output of your NC file. On the Tool Settings tab, you'll see that we can set our default program number. We'll set that to 1001. The Feed Calculation section allows you to specify how the feed is calculated. Additionally, we have various tool settings on the right, including how the tool is numbered and how to handle duplicate tool numbers. Finally, on the Stock Setup tab, we have settings related to how you set up your stock. For example, what is the shape of your stock, what are the dimensions of the stock, and whether it is displayed on the screen or not, are all handled here. Back in the Toolpaths Manager, and below the properties we just explored, you'll see Toolpath Group 1. Toolpath groups are convenient ways of organizing or grouping your toolpaths together. This red insertion arrow is where the next toolpath will be placed when it's created. You'll also notice that we have right-click options within the Toolpath Manager. In addition to creating new toolpaths here, you also have a variety of tools available to use, such as reporting tools, as well as cut, copy, and paste options. Let's explore the options at the top of the Toolpaths Manager. Working left to right, we can select all operations, and we can select all dirty operations. Dirty operations are the ones that need to be regenerated because either the geometry changed or a setting within the toolpath changed. Next, we can regenerate all selected operations or regenerate all dirty operations. You can also determine how dependencies are handled and whether dependent operations are selected automatically and whether they are regenerated. Backplot, verify, and simulator options allow you to simulate the toolpaths as well as adjust how the simulator displays the toolpath motion. Additional options here include posting your toolpath, high feed options, deleting options, and the help system. On the second row, you can lock operations, turn on or off the display for operations, and ghost operations so they will not be posted. The following options here control the insertion arrow within the list of toolpaths. And finally, we have options for how the toolpaths are displayed and whether geometry is displayed relative to that toolpath. When you start programming toolpaths, you'll be using the Toolpaths Manager a lot to edit, simulate, and eventually post your toolpaths. The more you use it, the more you will get comfortable with its capabilities.